Secure transmission established. This is Keeper. We may speak freely, Agent. Prepare to receive your orders.
I take it you're my handler?
Correct. I'm speaking to you from Service Headquarters on Drummond Kaas. I'll be directing you personally on this mission. You were chosen for this operation because of your exemplary performance during training. Imperial Intelligence needs agents capable of working independently in the field. Now you apply your training to the real world. Nemro the Hutt and his organization run Jaguna, and you're in town to convince Nemro to supply the Empire.
Give me background. What are we working from?
Jaguna is an industrial town, and Nemro runs most of the industry. The Hutt supplies weapons, drugs, and raw materials, but not to us. We believe Nemro has been reluctant to lose Republic customers by publicly siding with the Empire. It's time he overcame this reluctance.
By force? Or did you have another method in mind?
It's too early to say for certain. We need to know what Nemro and his advisors are thinking before we can act. I want you to obtain access to the Nemro clan's inner circle. You'll require a cover identity. One of our contacts, an alien named Jheeg, has prepared a background for you and will provide the details.
So who am I going to be?
You'll be taking the role of a visiting pirate and trader. As I said, our contact will give you the details. Jheeg will be waiting for you at a safe house. Locate him, take what he offers, then report to me.
Are we sure this contact is trustworthy?
Jheeg won't betray us. Whether he succeeds at his assigned tasks is another matter. I'd be more concerned with the rest of the populace. Most of Jaguna is caught up in a turf war. Some of the gangs involved belong to the Hutts. Others are independent. Your combat training should see you through, but expect brutality and expect to be targeted. Jaguna isn't friendly to strangers. Now, find Jheeg and report back to me. Keep her out.
Welcome to Hutta, kid. You're new here. You look like you got a bright future, so let me give you a word of advice. Watch your back out there. Learn how to please the people in charge. And as soon as you can, get out.
I don't plan to stay any longer than I have to.
You got a good head on you then. Just hope that when you're ready to leave, you still can. There's a gang war raging out there right now. If you want to survive on Hutta, you're gonna have to learn the ropes. I can get you experience navigating Hutta's gangs, help you build your reputation, if you help me out.
Of course. There's always a catch.
This is a gangster town, controlled by a greedy and cruel Hutt named Nemro. As if there was any other kind. Used to be I worked for Nemro's gang. Violent, bloody life. That's why I left. But now, my little brother's following my footsteps. Nemro's street gang leader, Geer, is my old buddy. I thought he might help get my brother out, but I can't get to Rex for all the fighting.
How do I fit in?
If you could blast your way through them and talk to Rex, convince him to let my brother go, I'd be grateful.
And what exactly do I get out of it? I mean, besides a reputation.
I told you what you stand to gain in terms of reputation, but if that's not enough, I think I can swing some credits.
We have an agreement.
Glad to hear it. You'll find Nemro's boys holed up in Jaguna, but you're gonna need to fight through Fathra's thugs, so be careful.
You got some skill breaking through Fathra's line, and some nerve coming in here. Do I know you?
With that attitude, you're going to get to know my fist real well.
Hey, just being careful, ain't trying to pick a fight. We got some trouble with cowards and traitors in our ranks without having to deal with strangers breaking in.
It's best you don't get in my way. I'm looking for a kid named Brell, and you're going to help me.
What do you want with him? You working for Fathra too?
His brother sent me to get him out of the gang.
Lew sent you, huh? I wish I could say that made things different, but it just don't work that way. The Brell kid's a traitor. First time Fathra's thugs start shooting at us, he turns coward and tries to join their side. Nemro's gonna have a lot of questions for him, and I can't let him go.
Trust me, you don't want to cause trouble here.
Look, I don't want to make trouble. So how about I pay you some credits and you go on your way? Tell Brell's big brother you got here too late or something. You'll be richer, and this weasel will get what he has coming.
I have a better idea. You let Brell go, he and his brother leave Hutta for good, and nobody knows any different.
What am I supposed to tell the boys? Turn coward and get a free pass off Hutta? That kind of deal's no good for morale.
Tell them you shot him, or he escaped.
They'll never go for it, but it looks like you're not leaving me with much choice. Looks like you got lucky, Brell. Your big brother's hired muscle just saved your skin.
Thank you.
You better get out of here, too. The boys won't be happy when they find out what you did.
Acrodonomales, smogas total gisbavo apiatai.
How did an alien on Hutta end up working for the Empire?
Small sio poputus mana ira padare mana nan kali. Vataranai angomis akananorm, alas protas era. Graitai aptikte, iruprit vertini savasia sa vebe kaigis.
If there's another red blade out there, won't that be a problem?
Small sio poputus mana ira padare mana nan kali. Vataranai angomis akananorm, alas protas era.
What kind of interference?
Acrodonomales, smogas total gisbavo apiatai. Graitai aptikte, iruprit vertini savasia sa vebe kaigis.
In other words, you messed up and want me to fix things.
Small sio poputus mana ira padare mana nan kali. Graitai aptikte, iruprit vertini savasia sa vebe kaigis. Vataranai angomis akananorm, alas protas era.
I just heard from my little brother, and it's a good thing, too. Fathra doesn't look like he's about to let up. And if it gets much worse, Nemro might start being more picky about who he lets on board the shuttles.
Time to pay up.
I can't thank you enough, kid. Here's the credits I promised. Be careful on Hutta, though. Hutta'll eat you alive if you let him.
Excuse me, stranger. I don't mean to be overly familiar, but I think you're just the kind of person who can help me. My coward of a husband has taken my son, and I need someone with the wit and muscle to bring him back.
Your marital problems aren't my business.
My marriage has been dead for years. This is about my son. My son is gifted. Do you understand me? Gifted in the Force. He has the ability to train on Korriban and become Sith. My husband trained on Korriban. He had his chance at glory, but failed. And now he runs errands for a slimy Hutt. I will not have my son do the same. Please, you must help me.
What's in this for me?
I'm not wealthy, but I'd give everything I have for my son.
Now you're speaking my language.
Good. I knew I'd find somebody sensible eventually. He took my son to the shuttle port. A comm officer there who owed me a favor contacted me when they showed up. Be careful. My husband may not be willing to walk away peacefully.
You're the one Gianna recruited to rescue her son. She said you were on your way. Look, I'll point out her husband, but that's it. He seems jumpy, and I'm not risking my neck.
You're off the hook. Just don't get in my way.
I appreciate it, I really do. Hey, Kendrell, somebody wants to talk to you.
Do I know you? What do you want with me?
I'm here to take your son back so your wife can send him to Korriban.
My wife is so determined for our son to become Sith that she hires a bully to threaten me. I was once an acolyte at the Academy on Korriban. There's no failure at the Sith Academy. Those who can't cut it die. I got wise and fled before they could kill me, and I'll die before I see my son eaten alive by those Sith dogs. Let me take my son and flee. Tell my wife that you persuaded me and we took the shuttle to Korriban. She won't know any different.
I'll tell Gianna you took your son to Korriban.
Oh, thank you. We'll leave right away, and you'll never hear from us again.
You. Where's my son? I thought I told you to get my son back.
I took the liberty of putting him on the shuttle myself.
Oh. Okay. Sorry I raised my voice. It's just, a mother cares deeply about her son. But how did you manage to convince my husband?
Unfortunately, I had to kill him.
Shame. My husband died as he lived. A coward. But at least my son's future is assured. Thank you very much. And here is the promised payment.
Sio taisek la prasma era. Padra vimos brandimus prostis cad advere dag.
I had to kill people for those gifts, Jheeg. This had better work.
Ir principas nima cad gis. Vataranai angomis akananorm, alas protas era.
Jheeg, from this point forward, operational security will be at a premium. You will not contact us from this terminal again.
Small sio popudus mana ira padare mana nan kali.
I understand you corrected Jheeg's mishandling of the situation, Agent. We'll now proceed.
Proceed to do what exactly?
Your next task is to access Nemro's inner circle. Present yourself to the Hutt as a fellow gangster, the Red Blade, and offer him Jheeg's gifts. One of the gifts is implanted with a listening device, which we will use to monitor conversations within Nemro's palace.
If someone suspects me, what should I do?
Use your judgment. Silence them or allay their suspicions as appropriate. But keep this in mind. At this juncture, our primary goal is to find weaknesses in Nemro's organization. Even if the Hutt won't join us, we might influence his lieutenants. Talk to Nemro and his men. Determine who we can turn and how we can sway them. We will be listening.
I'll be back once I learn anything.
Be careful what you say. And lose the accent. When you're in the Hutt Palace, you're no longer an Imperial. Contact me from the cantina once Nemro has his presence. Keeper out.